Senator Ide. Senator Case.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, I rise in support of this measure. It will help the states is the high bar for ratification. That's what protects us from anything that happens in the convention. You'll be there. Only 13 states can block ratification. I have a hard time thinking how you could ever ratify something that's a change to our Constitution across our 50 states when 13 can block it. Think of all the things about the regional differences and all of that. I don't know exactly what will happen at the convention, but I know that because of the ratification process, we have every tool that we would ever need. And it's not, you can ratify it by convention, but legislatures can ratify it. And if we choose to ratify it, we're going to talk about it on this floor. Don't you think we're going to have a serious discussion? Be very powerful, little Wyoming among 13 that could change the course of history. That's pretty awesome. Now, as to whether they're going to ignore it or not, there are different interpretations of the Constitution. There's those of you that look at the black and white print and say, this isn't happening, and you'll look at things and you'll say, they aren't following the Constitution. That's your opinion. The actual court opinions about the Constitution would fill this room. And they're very detailed, and they're expansive, and they tell us about constitutionality. And the Supreme Court rules on constitutionality all the time, with consequences. You may not approve the fact that you don't even think they should be involved in approving the Constitution or the things, but that's what Marbury versus Madison gave us. That is the banking one about the Bank of Maryland. Those great court cases, which Chief Justice Marshall and others gave us the interpretation. But the thing is, we can't get the court to rule on an interpretation unless we have something there that is tightly defined and says the limits. Then they'll have to rule in our favor. The only way we can do that, Congress isn't going to pass anything. They're not going to limit their powers. They're not going to limit the budget. We have to do it. Convention of the States is the way to do it. Let's keep moving.